locked the front door from outside, then hitchhiked a ride off to the big show. Gonna give it a try. Well, the lights are blinding and the traffic never stops. Here in the city, well, it's so easy to get lost. You're doing it all on your own, all on your own. Doing it all on your own, all on your own. Looking out his window, hasn't been outside in weeks. Done moving all over and memorizing all the streets. Oh, where these dreams I'm dying, oh, they'll never, ever stop. You see, here in the city, where it's so easy to feel lost, doing it all on your own. When you're all on your own, doing it all on your own, all on your own. Yeah, even all on your own. Even all on your own. Just know you're never alone. Even all on your own.
I don't really have no ambition. I only have one thing that I really like. I like some lights. Black, white, shine. That's all.
All right, here we go. It's week 4. Yeah, we got a place to live, so Mark and Isabel are staying in the hood, and then I'm going west over to Kitsilano. Lots of forest, lots of beach, Boom, boom, boom. Pretty stoked about that, but sad to be leaving these guys. We'll have to be connecting very frequently. All right, so what's going on? Oh my God, I've been working so hard, getting zero sleep. The voice, you know, that's the thing. All the singers out there, it's all about the sleep, because the sleep is really what charges these things. So this week we got Jeff Child, musician extraordinaire, Mark Henning, sound engineer, musician extraordinaire. Mark's lived at this house for 25 years. I really appreciate you guys checking this out. You know, making it on my phone. To me, it's just a miracle that I can just create this, spend all that time editing. Just imagine the budget I'm working with. So it means a lot for me if you guys can comment and subscribe and all these things. That would be great.
You forget that it's even real. I wanna feel good.
I've known Jeff since 2012. We started playing music together. Jeff's been a bass player in my band for a very long time. Incredible musician. Can you just tell the camera how you started playing music and what inspired you to do that?
I grew up with music. I had a music corner in my house while I grew up, and my mother was the music conductor at the United Church that we were part of. I grew up listening to hymns and Mozart and Bach, but I remember just like hitting rewind and hitting play, and I would fall asleep to it. And then we had 2 pianos and all the percussion, a drum set and guitars and percussion, and my mom actually said, you can stay up as late as you want, as long as you're playing music.
You hear that, mothers? You hear that? That's inspiring.
Mozart's just very all over the place, and lots of really cool, fun, quick changes and doodly-dees and duddly-does. So, you know, that, yeah.
Yeah, doodle-a-doo, deedle-a-dee. Okay, so you're a great didgeridoo player, and I really am curious as to how you learned that, how you got into didgeridoo.
Well, my brother, he has a friend named RJ, and he went to Australia, and what a lot of tourists do when they go to Australia is they get a didgeridoo and they bring it home, and they're like, yeah, I got a didgeridoo, and it sits in the corner and no one ever uses it. Instruments are meant to be played, right? And he says, yeah, my brother's actually going to use this. So he brought me this didgeridoo from his friend that he playfully stole, and I learned to play it because he brought it to my house. I'm like, oh, didgeridoo. So I started learning the circular breeze because I thought it was a fascinating concept. I ended up befriending a venue out at Harrison Hot Springs called the Layback Lounge. Big shout out to Tim Cadillac for hosting us so many times. He hosted Oka. Long story short,
Ted Cadillac.
Yeah, he ended up. I was gifted a didgeridoo that has actually traveled the world with that band. It slides pitch, and then having an instrument like that, again, I was just really inspired to get a little bit deeper into it.
So the fascinating thing about Jeff is he's never quite studied the notation, and he's such a great intuitive player, and I'm kind of curious as to why you haven't really gone that extra mile in terms of learning the musical theory.
That's a great question. I ask myself that on a regular basis. I would love to take the theory to another level at some point, but I am a huge advocate for effortlessness, and it seems easier for me a lot of times to just listen and pick up the vibration of the music and feel it rather than attach some kind of tangible explanation to the thing, rather than just spiritually feeling it and harmonizing with it. And that started when I used to actually harmonize with the vacuum cleaner. My mother would be vacuuming, and as a small child, I remember just being like, and harmonizing, and my mom stopping the vacuum, and she asked, are you singing with the vacuum? Like,
yeah.
So I've kind of played by ear for a very, very long time, and that, I believe, has potentially inhibited me from putting that extra effort into learning.
Alright, so I don't really feel like cooking this week, so I'm just gonna make some nachos.
Did an awesome shot with Mr. Jeff Child. Now I'm on my way to meet up with the incredible Mark Henning. Awesome human. Awesome human. Alright, we're here live at the Mark Henning studio. Mark is a very diverse individual. He plays keyboards, bass, engineers, has a record label, plays in a band with his wife called Combine the Victorious. Oh yeah, plays in a band Farm Team. And overall, he's honestly, he's the best engineer I've ever worked with and such an incredible human. So, what's up, Mark?
Working on a new song.
What's the song called?
The song is called Canada.
Wow, I'm actually on that song, so look out for that song. Mark, tell me about how you got into engineering, because I'm really interested in how you became such an incredible engineer.
I was always the nerd in every band I was in that knew how to run the 4-track, the 8-track, the 16-track, up to the 24-track. Then I got in a band called Pure, and my good friend Todd Simcoe was also the engineering type. So we kind of got in a competition. We really worked hard. Plus, we had the advantage of working with Jerry Harrison on our first album, and then we had Tom Lord Alge mix, and I sat in a corner and I watched him mix for a week, and it was like going to a university course or something. Then I worked in North Shore for about 8 years, and I recorded a lot of people's demos. You're welcome. and then I had the opportunity to work in England for a while, and then I've just been kind of coming back and just scrambling to make ends meet in Vancouver for the past decade.
Just like all musicians, just working to make ends meet. Mark is so talented. He's a huge part of the Vancouver music scene. He used to be in a band called Pure, and Pure was quite a successful band in the 90s. I just want to have a little brief story about that. Can you tell us about Pure a little bit?
Pure was born on the remains of a band called After All, which was Geordie, Todd, Lee, and Scott. I was the last keyboard player in their live touring band. We stayed friends. Pure was born. It was originally Grin Factory for a few weekends or whatever, and then we became Pure, and then we got signed by Reprise Records through Warner Brother Records after the very first Westex, and then all was a big blur and fun, and then egos got out of hand, and I left the band in '95.
Mark's looking for a studio at the moment, so if anyone has an available studio and you need the greatest engineer that I've ever met, and I've worked with a lot of engineers, trust me, this guy is the guy. So anyways, that's what Mark's doing. One more question, and has to do about his band that he's in with his wife Isabel, the amazing human, and just want to hear about that a little bit.
Combine the Victorious? It was born about 15 years ago from an idea. I had the fortune of working in England for almost 3 months, and when I got back, we both said, let's never spend that much time apart. And Isabel had the great idea. She said, let's form a band so we can tour the world and visit our friends. And I thought, why not do that? You can have a lot of fun. So then we built our first record in the basement, recorded at Mushroom Records. The very first song we ever wrote became a TV theme song to a show called About a Girl. We actually licensed 10 songs off our first independent record. We had good luck on that first record. And we're just building up to our 5th kind of release. We've done singles in between, but 5th collection of songs. So it's very exciting. Trying to get it done before we have to leave the house. 25 years in one spot.
We're all finishing records before we have to leave. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Adam. Good luck with all your stuff. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Well, they say nothing ever good comes easy, so I put in all this effort. Baby. I played a C and then I changed it to an F. Then I played the D minor, open to reminder. But I played music in my landlord's living room. I was just this nowhere man riding where I know I can. Ooh, but I'm not working together. Ooh, yeah, I won't do it together. Ooh, oh baby, let's get together. With all these billion ideas going on, think I know ya, think I know ya, alright. I got these feelings that I'm trying to set free. I wanna show ya, I smoke you. I wanna feel this way forever. Oh yeah. Then I was living off dog food in my van, working on a hit song, showing you who I am. Getting tired of that open mic circuit where we hide under the covers, trying to please the others, baby. The only thing that brings me back into my element is trying to provide for you, yeah, no matter what we decide to do. I wanna do it together. Working together, 'cause baby, when we're together, I can feel it together. Yeah, well, let's get together, together. With all these billion ideas going on, thank God I know ya, thank God I know ya, I got these feelings that I'm trying to set free, still trying to show ya. I wanna show ya, I wanna feel this way forever. And I wanna do this all together. That was good. I just wanna go out, put my hands up. Yeah, I just gonna surrender to somebody. Yeah, I just wanna go out, put my hands up. Yeah, I just wanna lose myself to somebody. Yeah, I just wanna go out, put my hands up. Yeah, I'm gonna surrender to somebody. Yeah, I just wanna go out, put my hands up. Yeah, I just wanna lose myself to somebody.